Meet John Doe. He's in his early 20s and eager to jump into the workforce. He sees a job listing that looks perfect to him. So he brushes up his resume, he writes an awesome cover letter, applies, and then waits. And waits. So after a month or so, he actually sees the same job posting relisted, which makes him super frustrated. John isn't alone. Many people are frustrated by applying to these kinds of jobs that seem to have no intention of hiring anyone.
If you are in the position of trying to find a new job, of course you don't want to waste your time applying for these ghost jobs.
But it turns out all those open job postings that you see online might not even be real.
Ghost jobs are a phenomenon that have existed for a long time, but they've come to light much more in recent years, and they've become much more of a significant issue in the job market.
4 in 10 companies posted fake job listings in 2024, and 3 in 10 are currently advertising for a role that isn't real.
I mean, they've come to light because people aren't stupid. Nowadays, we have, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, whatever site that people are using to apply for jobs. Yeah, you're paying attention because you're actively searching for a job. So, are companies expecting for people not to notice this? Now, in my opinion, this whole ghost job situation should absolutely be illegal. Any company that's listing a fake job online that is posting a job without the intention of actually hiring someone and collecting applications for whatever reason they may just be collecting applications for deserves to face some kind of consequences. Now, the question that I'll pose to you guys know, pose a question to you every single video is, do you have any kind of experience with a ghost job? Have you ever been, applying for jobs or searching for a job, and you applied for a job, the job closed, or whether it closed or not, you apply for a job, and a month, 2 months, 3 months later down the road, the same job is still listed, and they didn't hire anybody, and you either didn't hear anything back, or maybe just got an automated generic denial email that could have been sent to everybody. Let me know you guys' experience down in the comments below. Now, the reason why my opinion on this is so strong is because y'all know I have a tendency to look at the job market through a little bit of a different perspective, not necessarily from the perspective of a person that's just, a normal employee trying to, get a job. I look at it through the lens of an entrepreneur because I'm an entrepreneur. Now, I advocate for entrepreneurship, but I'm not actively out here telling people to quit their jobs to go start a business. I actually, see, y'all be trying to come for me in the comments sometimes when I get to talking about entrepreneurship. I'm the person who 9 times out of 10, I'm probably gonna try to discourage you from starting a business. Not necessarily discourage you, but I'm not just gonna tell you to just jump in it. I'm gonna get to start asking questions and digging a little bit deeper, because 9 times out of 10, you really not built for whatever business you're trying to start, and it's probably gonna be the most difficult thing that you've ever done in your life. Now, I look at these things the way that I do because one of the things that I have to learn as a person in the United States of America that wants to build a business with employees, I have to learn people skills. I have to learn how to create and cultivate a nice work environment for people and create an environment where, people feel heard, people feel wanted. They want to stay in their roles because, make no mistake about it, people's lot as an employer, you literally have people's entire lives and family in your hand. This is how people are providing for their family and for themselves. This is how people are putting food on the table. So you have to take some kind of personal accountability when it comes to consideration for people. And this is highly inconsiderate. And I think that every company that is engaging in this practice deserves to face the fullest extent of whatever consequences we can put to them. Now, I'm about to let the video play for a little bit longer than I usually do, because y'all know usually I only take a look at, the first 30 to maybe 45 seconds of whatever stories I'm bringing y'all. With this video in particular, I watched it a little bit longer because I had a lot of questions. And as it goes on, they do answer a little bit of questions, and they do give a little bit of insight and a little bit of, I guess, reasoning as to why companies are engaging in these ghost job practices.
According to a May survey from Resume Builder.
The rise of ghost job posting definitely points to a cooling in the economy. We are seeing that employers are more hesitant to make that hire, and it just points to the fact that demand for talent is slowing down.
Here's why ghost jobs.
real quick. Not only are employers more hesitant to quote unquote make that hire, we're seeing a lot of employees because of the volatility of the economy. You know, we just talked about the car market last week. We've been talking about, you know, the cost of living and, you know, people staying with their parents. Because of all of the factors surrounding people's finances right now, we're seeing people a lot more hesitant, a lot less willing to let go of their job and do like I tell you guys typically, which is that every 2 to 3 years you want to be up or out in your company. People are starting to try to hold on to their jobs a little bit longer just out of fear.
Jobs are on the rise.
Those jobs are actually not scams. They're from real companies, but they are
scam, bro.
openings that don't actually exist. That company is not actually hiring
Is that not a scam? Come on, bro.
for that role at this moment in time. They might be interested in hiring for that role in the future, or maybe they were hiring for it, but due to budget cuts, those roles were closed or put on hold.
A ghost job is essentially a job that
I don't know anybody, and I'm sorry I keep pausing the video, y'all. I said I was gonna let it play. I don't know anybody that has applied for one of these jobs, seen the job relisted months later, and actually got a call back from the job. All of this is foolishness, like I said, and I believe these companies deserve to face consequences. But I'm gonna go ahead and let the video play, y'all.
that remains open online and never gets filled. The occurrence of ghost jobs has increased quite dramatically over the past 5 years. We're seeing a decline in the rate of hires to job postings, and that rate has basically halved over the past 5 years.
That's
so whereas in
crazy.
2019 we saw 8 hires per 10 job postings, we are now seeing 4 hires per 10 job postings, which of course is quite a dramatic drop. This is a pretty worrying development because it just softens
Extremely
the signal
worrying.
of what a job posting really means and whether there is truly a hiring intention behind that from the employer point of view.
I think we're seeing a lot of ghost jobs lately for the same reason that I think a lot of people keep their Tinder profiles up, even if they're not actively looking for a relationship. It's because we like to keep our options open for, you know, whether it's a good or a bad thing. Companies are no different. Companies know.
Okay, this is one of the points that I really wanted to get to that I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on. She just made the analogy of a job posting to a Tinder profile being open because we want to keep our options open. Even on Tinder or any of these dating apps, and personally, I don't use dating apps. You know, y'all let me know if I'm off on my take on this. But if you're entering into a dating market in any capacity, why would you be intentionally telling people or marketing yourself to go on dates, and then when people approach you to go on a date to do what you're there for, they just ghost you or you just ghost them? Like, what are we talking about, bro? That's absolutely insane. And to apply that concept to the job, for us to be at the point where we're applying that concept to the job market, man, it's sad. It's sad. And that's why I keep saying and pushing the point that these companies need to be held accountable for this, bro, because it's inconsiderate, it's wasting people's time, and it's unproductive. It's completely unproductive in any way to you and I, to the employee.
That talent is not always available when they are ready to hire. So they want to be able to attract applications from potentially great candidates, even if they're not right now able to give that person a job.
If you're not ready to hire, don't put out an application.
They are regularly listing their job openings, that will enhance a company's image potentially.
They're speaking about this as if companies are putting out job applications and there's like some kind of shortage of people applying. I would see what you're saying if maybe you needed to apply for, or if maybe you needed to open an application further out, you know, in anticipation of not that many people applying. But people are out here applying for jobs. The economy is highly volatile. People want to work. Like, this is absolutely insane.
Showing them as a growing and thriving organization. And maybe that's a signal to investors or clients or competitors that their company is expanding, the brand perception.
Market research. Some companies, they have no idea what is the salary, what are the skill sets in demand. So they probably are posting to get that data. What are you expecting as a salary if you want to be in that role in this industry? So that's why they're collecting.
This is another point that I wanted to get to, and you know we're gonna let the video play for about 30 more seconds. But that's another point that I really wanted to get to that I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on. Is it right? Is it justified for a company to post a job without, see, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna hold y'all. This is why I don't fool with jobs that don't have the salary posted. Are companies justified in not knowing the salary, not knowing really the responsibilities, just posting a job just to post it, and them posting the job is them gathering information on what the potential person that they'll hire will want from their position? That's ridiculous, man. That's absolutely insane. To me, there's absolutely no justification for posting a job and not knowing the pay or the like any of the details surrounding the job, just posting the job. That's ridiculous.
Those data so that they can build a total compensation package and build the key performance indicator and net promoter scores for the companies if they really don't know how the recruiting works. So maybe it's for market insights to go into the future, but that does not benefit the job seekers at all. That's such a bad employer branding.
Horrible employer branding. Horrible. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right there. But man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. Let me know if you've had an experience with a ghost job and how that went. Y'all know I respond to every single comment in the comments, or at least I do my best to respond to every single comment in the comment section, because I genuinely do want to have a real conversation with you guys about these topics.